All right, tell the YouTube people what we're up to this time.
Well, I left Nathan talk me into walking clear up here, and we're on the old Pennsylvania Turnpike.
Which, if anybody's followed this channel, we did a video here 2 years ago with me and Kyle.
And this is the Cove Valley.
Used to be the Cove Valley Travel Plaza.
Travel Plaza that was right along the turnpike.
Yeah, we're on the westbound lane heading towards Sidling Hill Tunnel.
And I don't think I can make it clear out to the Sidling Hill Tunnel.
Well, it's like really just at the other end of this strip. But that's where we are right now. And I'll just point down that, and there goes toward Houstontown. That's to the east. And then that direction takes you toward Breezewood there to the west.
And when I was younger, I probably drove up this road or with somebody many a time. And it's been, what, 50-some years since this was part of Pennsylvania Turnpike.
Well, I don't remember the exact year this stretch of road closed down. It was like 67 or 68.
And the word Sidling Hill is really familiar to me. I can remember talking about Sidling Hill and going through the tunnel at Sidling Hill, and well, I don't know how I got that name.
I'm not really sure.
But there's a lot of interesting flora out here.
Yeah, we saw lots of different interesting flowers and stuff.
Yes.
And different trees and things like that.
That looks like sumac there. And we passed some we ate a couple blackberries.
Yeah, there was some wild blackberry bushes out through here.
And poison ivy.
Lots of that. In fact, I think I'm surrounded by some right now. But that's okay.
Milkweed, which is also called butterfly weed, the real orange milkweed. And that is not poison ivy. Some people think it is. It's 5 leaves. Poison ivy's 3 leaves.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's some in here somewhere.
Someplace. And this is a kind of, what would that be, vetch?
I'm not really sure. Yeah, there's not much to see at this place anymore because all the buildings and stuff are gone, but this would have been like a travel center, have like rest stops and like an information center. I think there was even like a restaurant here, something like that.
I wish it was a rest center now, then I could sit down. This is the farthest I've walked in a long time. Nathan talked me into coming up here, and now he wants to walk even farther.
Well, I figured we'd at least stop here for a little bit, talk about this.
And they had it all blocked off. You couldn't drive up here.
Yeah, the only reason these barriers are here is just so nobody tries to drive a truck or something up in here.
Bicycles, we saw lots of bicycles.
Yeah, there was
today.
a bunch of people back there at the beginning there at Pumping Station Road. A lot of people from out of state, they all had bikes and stuff.
Yeah, it's a tourist attraction, evidently.
Yeah.
And,
like, you saw the video we made here a couple years ago.
yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of people here that day, especially down here at the tunnel.
And how did they know about it?
Oh, there's a website.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a... This is officially called the Pike to Bike Trail, is what it's called now. Yeah, this has been a popular tourist attraction for some time now.
I'm surprised that the macadams are even that good out here.
Well, since the 60s, they used a lot of this stretch of road to train PennDOT workers. So some of this pavement is not as old as how long this has been out of service.
Okay.
That's why there's a lot of random patches and stuff everywhere, because they would use this to train PennDOT workers.
We walk a little further, and he says, now it's not too far, and then we walk a little farther, and then
Well, we're past the halfway point now.
Oh. But as far as we walk, then we have to walk back, too.
Yeah, but then after that, we don't have to walk no more.
And he forgets. In a couple of weeks, I'll be 90 years old.
I didn't forget. I just figured do this while you still had the chance.
I enjoy it. Yeah, I enjoyed coming out here.
Well, I say we move on from here because there's not much else to see. But I think I mentioned this in our last video here.
Wait till he finds out. Wait till he finds out he has to carry me back.
Right. Well, we're back here again. Decided to do a little update.
So this was originally built by the CCC. That was right before the Second World War. During the Depression, that's where the CC civilian conservation camps that young men would go to because they didn't have jobs. And this is the kind of work they put them at. Like up at Charles Creek, they have that swinging bridge, and they have different things up there that the CCC workers did.
Yeah. Well, since we've been here last, we can see they planted grass. So that's kind of a thing.
Yeah, it's nice now. Since we were here, we saw a picture of it in the Common Ground magazine.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about that last month.
So I was just happy.
And I noticed that since then, they've turned the pipe the other way around.
Oh yeah, it was headed up the other way. That's not a... I guess they did this so people would carry buckets.
Yeah, they probably did that, and not only that, but I imagine the other way probably splashed a whole lot, too.
Yes, I can remember a long time ago when we came down here to have a family reunion, we always came down here to get water. And of course it hasn't been tested, but we drank that kind of water all our lives and never got anything from it.
All right.
And if you're out hunting and you don't have anything with you to drink, you drink out of a creek or a ditch or a rut in the road. I asked Florence one time if she ever had her well water tested. No, and I'm not going to have it tested now after all these years. Well, if it hasn't killed you yet, it's not going to, I guess.
Guess not.
Not that people drank years ago, before they had wells and that had springs. They had.
I think maybe the issue is more so like over the years, there's a lot more places where they use different kinds of chemicals and stuff that could wash into the ground.
Yeah, and that wouldn't happen here because do you ever wonder where the water comes from a spring? Like the one up at Mountain Inn, and that water runs constantly and it never goes dry. It's just coming out of the ground, like here.
Yeah, you do have to wonder.
Where is that water coming from? It never goes dry, it just keeps running. It sure is nice though.
Yeah.
I'm glad they fixed it up. And there's a lot of people, younger people, that never knew it was here. You didn't know it was here.
No, I had no idea whatsoever.
I can remember when it was first here. There was, well, I think I mentioned this before, there was 2 CCC camps down, and
Yeah.
one for the black guys and one for the white. And they don't have segregation like that anymore.
No.
Thank goodness.
So we just got done paying our little visit to the Abandoned Turnpike. And we decided to come back here and see if anything's changed since our last visit.
Well, some of the things that Nathan wanted to show me at the Turnpike, I couldn't get there because it was too much of a walk, but I walked.
Yeah, we were trying to find a closer access point to one of the tunnels to make it easier. And the closest one I could find was a straight uphill walk.
I walked today more than I've walked in a long time anyhow, but that was nice. I was glad I got to see it. We had a good time. We enjoyed seeing those Mennonite girl with her long skirts on her.
Yeah, riding their roller skates down the old highway.
What do they call them? Roller.
Well, some of them had roller blades, some of them had roller skates.
Yeah, roller. She was going right along there, and her skirts were flying.
Having a good time, though.
Yep. I think that's what the young people in the Mennonite and Amish do things like that. They don't picnics and do things like that for fun. You know, on Ascension Day, at Mount Waterloo by the railroad, the Amish people come over from Belleville, and they picnic there and watch the trains go by.
Yeah.
Because if you lived over in Belleville, you wouldn't see any trains or hear them.
No, because there's no trains over that way.
Yeah. I've always liked Licking Creek. We always had a camp. My dad built a camp. And Kate and Andy built a camp. And we rented a camp down where the one CCC camp was that we were part members of it. And it was just a little camp. But we had a lot of fun there. I've been over a lot of ground today. He knows a lot of places I don't even know.
Well, we've traveled a lot of places making our road trip videos, and this is where I learn about a lot of these things.
At least this is someplace that looks familiar to me because I remember. And this was here before. You can tell what has been renewed on it.
Yeah.
And I hope this is here for a long time for people to enjoy. If I had a cup, then I'll have a cup. You get a drink out of there now. I have some water in the car, in the truck.
One thing we learned today from our trip to the Abandoned Turnpike is don't go through Breezewood during rush hour traffic.
Yeah, Nathan and I didn't enjoy Breezewood very much. We stopped at McDonald's and they had...
Just trying to get to McDonald's. We could literally see it right across from where we were, but we were in the wrong lane and there were too many tractor trailers for me to cross over. So there we were on the highway headed towards Baltimore, and I had to take an exit and circle back around.
That was fun.
I mean, I really did not want to go to Baltimore today, but we almost had to.
You can tell that Nathan and I are not city people.
No, we're not.
I wouldn't live in the city if you paid me. We're mountain people. We're camping. We like camping. We like the mountains.
Well, I think it's time to move on from here, and we'll find one more stop and wrap this video up for this month.
So what else did we see today at Breezewood?
Some of the worst traffic I've seen.
Yeah, Nathan and I are not much driving. Neither one of us much are driving in a city or town, or a large town, but in Breezewood was I thought we were going to stop. We were stopping at the red light forever, it seemed like, and we sat there and we waited and waited.
Well, just trying to pull out of the gas station was hard enough.
Yes. So we were glad to get out of Breezewood. But we walked. How far do you think we walked up there? That old...
Well, to get from Pumping Station Road to Cove Valley Plaza is about a quarter mile.
I thought it was longer than that. I told Nathan, you might have to carry me back. And he'd say, oh, it's only a little farther. Let's go a little farther. And so that's
well, to give people a perspective, if they will refer back to our past video, Following the Road Again, where it was me and Kyle, you can see where we parked from where we were. That's all the further we went. It just seemed longer than that to you because you're not used to walking that far.
We've had some nice people. I was surprised to see so many people there.
Oh, yeah.
Bicycles and...
Well, people go there every day.
Some walking, some on bicycles, and the one we did tell you about, the Mennonite girl with her...
I'll put that at the end of the video so everybody can see it.
with her skates and her... There was 2 couples of them. They must have went back there and had a picnic. They had a backpack. But there's a lot of beautiful plants, flora. Didn't see any animals, but we saw a lot of...
Well, we did see some animals, but not there. Remember on our way back, when we were back on whatever road that was, we saw 2 peacocks walking in the middle of the road.
Yeah, I said, what's a bird in the middle of the road? Peacocks. And one place we saw a grouse on the road.
Yeah.
We didn't see any deer though, did we?
We did see one fawn, remember?
A baby deer, yeah, running along the road. Nathan said, look there. And I said, oh, dear old baby deer probably looking for its mother. And that's something we had out over here, across the field there. Well, in the cemetery, actually. A mother deer had twin fawns in there, and the one died. But she went up on the ridge and left the other one, and she came back for it, though. But John couldn't mow because that baby was lying there, and he had to mow. And this is the time of year the deer are having their babies, May and June. So we had quite an interesting day. And of course we were hungry when we got home. And I don't feel like cooking, so.
Well, I think to end this one, because we're getting a little long for time here, you know, we like to go to a lot of places of significance, you know, historical significance or places that we remember. I want to go ahead and throw this over to the YouTube people. If they have any things they'd like us to visit or talk about or anything like that, leave them in the comments below and give us some ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, anywhere in close proximity in central Pennsylvania we can travel to, or any subject matters you'd like us to cover, you know, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, we've been to several state parks, and there is a good many state parks in Pennsylvania.
Right, so leave us any ideas you can.
So, I think we were both tired when we got back. Anything else?
I think that's good enough for this time around.
Okay.
See, you're doing it the easy way.
It's easy until you hit the rocks.
Right?